tonight, Alex has to go to school. He's still up because he is turned from all the events. Like, we had a ball. Yes, we did. We, the night is beautiful. It's beautiful tonight. There is a full moon, and I think it was very charged for tonight's performance. Had a great time. Had a few technical difficulties, but it wasn't even really difficult. It was just technical, right? Okay. I didn't pull any cards because we were having fun. We were actually sitting out on the outside part that's like facing the inside, so we got a lot of the night air. It was a lot of fresh air. Alex enjoyed the whole entire show with his shoes off. That's a great venue. So I've got the cards here. I have my Ethereal deck, and just had a good. This is a positive message. This is a North Node message. It's very positive. Hope everything is going well with you all on this nice Monday conclusion. I have a few things to do this week, so I won't be with you all day, every day this week. I'll pop in on you a few times. Remember, I don't reach out to anyone, and I don't have any other pages beyond this one. So if someone reaches out to you on a page that is not this one, I'm so sorry. Abort mission. That is not me. Be aware of deep AI fakes. While AI has contributed to this economy in some ways, it has allowed way too many frauds and scams to happen. And I do hope that everybody survives this wave of technology. It's exhilarating and terrifying all at the same time. You know, you want to be able to do things a lot easier, but not at the risk of losing so much, right? The weather has been a little wet. You know, as a singer, you can't even afford to like be under any air conditioning. My driver had the air conditioner on today. He did not mean any harm. I'm pretty sure he was hot, as most men do run hot. And of course, Alex was in the car and he runs hot. So I did my best to keep myself protected. I wore a jacket. I wore something around my head so that I could do the best that I could. But of course, the change of season did happen, and the kids are kidding. You know, they're germing the place up. The cooties is still alive. Okay, so we've got the ethereal deck, and I'm going to keep shuffling, and then I'm going to pick six. Well, the cards are picking me because I just talk to them. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone today? I hope you got my live earlier and you got a chance to see the live performances. There is one that I did videotape. I didn't go live on it. I wanted to hold that for a few seconds. But I definitely want to share it with you. I'm definitely not going to gatekeep. That was a very good performance. It was by a very a very lively guy that came in. It was a really good crew tonight. Everybody did their thing. Hello Fans was like, she was just awesome. She did a really good job. I really appreciate. I think her real name is like Willa, but she did a great job. There were other people there, and they did awesome as well. There was one girl, she was playing a smaller, I don't know if it was a ukulele or not. I don't know the proper name for what she was playing, but she did a really good job. Yes. Hello, hello. Everything is going great for everyone here. Hope everything is going well there. I'm still waiting for, okay, so that's 3 more. We need 1 more. And I overall, I didn't want to take those because it was like more than 1. And if I take I'll take it. Let's just see what comes out. Okay, that one threatened to come out, but let's see. Okay, so we did have 1 flip over in the shuffle. Oh, we had 2. So we're going to do this. We're going to do it, all right. So we've got these 2, the Magician and the Ace of Cups. And the first 2 that popped out were the 7 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. That's nice. That is nice. I think that's like 10s, a lot of 10s. And then we've got the Page of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords, and it's upside down. So let's get into it real quick. The cards are going in the box, and the book is coming out because we like the book, right? And this is the book. So let's get into what we've got going on. I'm trying to make sure I'm pulling this in order here. Okay, so we've got the Magician and the Ace of Cups. Let's just do this first. The Magician and the Ace of Cups. You see this handsome fella here. You know what? We're going to say this is like, we can do masculine, feminine here because the hair is gorgeous. I mean, I did see someone with gorgeous hair tonight while I was out. I think we caught him on the video. But yeah, we did. And we see this robe. It's copper. And he's got the wand. And looks like he's giving like a smoldering look. He's trying to bewitch you or something. I don't know. Somebody out there somebody got a player out there that's putting the magic on them or something. I don't know. And then we've got this Ace of Cups. And even though it's 1 cup, it looks like it's like prismed. It looks like multifaceted. It looks like it has a lot going on in this cup. So let's get into the book. All right. Thank you, Holy and Divine, for giving me a message and allowing me to say what I say and see what I see. Thank you for the gift of relaying all of your messages and none of mine. And remember that this is a general message. This can apply to you. It can apply to me. It can apply to we. All right. So we did we have the Magician, right? That's the major arcana. Something I need to just pay attention to is where things are in this book, because I'm always like blip, 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 blip. If you believe you are real, then you are magic. Are you real? Because if you can liken it to the Big Bang Theory, like, what was the Big Bang Theory? Haha. The Magician, astrological correlation, Mercury energy. Setting intentions is a powerful thing. The Magician represents the understanding we hold within ourselves and all that we need to manifest our desires. This is upright, skill, confidence, action, concentration, accomplishment, manifestation, devotion, dedication, psychic ability, influence, and focus. So we have the Magician over top of the Ace of Cups. So let's see if what I was saying was right. The Ace of Cups. Yes, you hear him. You hear him. He's so wild up. He had some hot wings with jalapenos, and that's his favorite. And God bless his soul. All right, and now is the time to listen to your heart. Be inspired by what fills your cup and open yourself up to the new and expected. It may be the time to be a little vulnerable or fall into a new type of love. Remember that this love isn't always outside of yourself. It could also be a rediscovery of the love you have for yourself that spills you out to others. So I was kind of right. So the magician is actually putting a spell on himself or yourself or herself. So this is basically a rediscovering of loving yourself, returning back to you. So the magic is within you. You can do this. Yeah. So the magic that you imagine within yourself is the magic that you also display to the world. So if you don't feel confident within yourself, how do you expect someone to feel about you? And energy, keep in mind, energy is important. So just think about, nobody really wants to feel insecure. That's something that just happens inadvertently, subconsciously, right? But it also subconsciously displays. And a lot of people do not know that other people can see your insecurity even if you can't. So it's best to, if you can't show out your best self, and not saying that you have to be perfect, it's best to just hold tight on what you got until you can. That way you don't end up getting into a pissing contest with an assumption. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to cringe a person out, platonic or romantic. You don't want to cringe a person out because you're not sure, and then you're waiting for that person to put you on solid ground. Half us are not on solid ground ourselves. So if you meet another person and they're exuding all of this fake security, and then you find out that both of you are rocky, so it was just the blind leading the blind. So it's best to just hold tight until you feel that Leo roar in you, where you feel grounded and you're ready. Okay, so that's that Mercury energy, the magician, self-reflection. You are the magic in your life. Okay, so now we've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles, I don't know. I don't know. This looks almost like that scene on 300 when he went to go see the king's wife, and he was like being very, very deceptive. I'm like kind of glad that the dog was there, because the dog is like, what is he saying? So let's read what the Ten of Pentacles is. Dog is like, what is he saying? Because like what are you saying? Okay, what is next? Now that you have achieved your big goal, take a moment to be grateful for what you have. For in that gratitude comes the next part of the inspiration to evolve. Upright, it is gratitude, satisfaction, wealth, family, stability, and abundance. So maybe this old guy is over there talking about what's going on in the family. Is it okay? The dog is there. The dog isn't frowning, but he's looking up and he's paying attention. So maybe when it comes to family abundance, we need to pay attention. And also remember, everybody deserves stability. Everybody. Now we've got the Seven of Swords. Got a lot of swords out here. What's going on? This is like the cutthroat family. It's like, I'm not even going to tell you what I just picked up on, but we're going to, after I read the cards, I'm going to tell you the whole story, because now I'm like starting to feel a little bit away. We've got the Magician. We've got the Ace of Cups. And so far, it looks positive. We're talking wealth. We're talking abundance. We're talking stability. We're talking self-reflection. We're talking... Seven of Swords. Let's just keep going, because now I'm like, hold up. There's a lot of swords. There might be some area in your life where you're not completely honest with yourself or others. Now is the time to recognize the deception or denial and confront it. I knew I was feeling something funny. That zero popped up. Somebody's not watching because somebody is being dishonest. Denial and confront it. You may think that you're getting away with something, but what is the cost of your actions? What does that mean to you? How does that sit in your heart? Whoa. Betrayal, escape, deception, lies, schemes, taking risks. Okay, I knew I got that feeling. Everything was positive until I got to this Seven of Swords. And the figure does look sneaky. It looks like he's trying to sneak off. He's got one sword ready in case, I guess, somebody pops up while he's getting away with these. But there's still two. I wonder, are they going to grab it? Are they going to chance grabbing it? Because we've got all the family is meeting up. We've got the magician, like, self-reflecting. What the world am I reading? Let's keep going. Because the story is... I told you it was a lot of swords out here. Okay, so we've got 3 more cards to go. Because that was 7. 6 was my fix. But for some reason, 7's been... Alright, so we've got the Page of Swords. This is the page. And she's not looking. And she's skipping with an... not a sword. She's skipping with a knife. And she's not looking where she's going. And if you see her... Shoot, this girl looks familiar, but... There's no gender in tarot. I'm just gonna leave that right there. This Page of Swords. So let's see. Let's hope this is a positive one because the story changed. All right, page. We're going to get to the Page of Swords. Okay, that's right. The restless mind can be tricky to navigate. You want to do it all, but there's only room to tackle so much at a time. This page represents a time to explore the why of things, look into the details, seek knowledge, and strive for justice and peace. Use this as an invitation to explore and peel back more layers to discover deeper truths. Messenger, restlessness, curiosity, learning. Okay, so however, this Page of Swords is... They're restless and they're still trying to learn some things. But I'm still worried about this, like, deceptive energy in the middle of everything. Because somebody's trying to figure out what the heck is going on and why they're not seeing the results that they want to see. So we're down to the last 2 cards. This is the 5 of Pentacles. And we still got the 10 of Swords in reverse. So we're going to get to this after we do this 5 of Pentacles. From what I see, there is a parenting energy with a child, small child, and holding in an embrace. And this card looks, there's purple, so that represents usually, I think that's the head, that's the chakra, that's the mind. So maybe we'll be, let's read into it. I don't want to say too much because I'm still worried about this last card because that middle card was weird. It was weird. 5 of Pentacles. All right, so let's see. The 5 of Pentacles, sometimes when we need help, we can find it in the most unlikely places. Don't be afraid to reach out. Take a look at the issues causing you pain and see what makes you feel like you're in survival mode. Ask yourself if it's your environment, a sense of lack, or feeling like you're a victim of your situation. Examine how you can escape the victim mentality. Okay, in the upright, this is lack, isolation, insecurity, poor health, being left out in the cold, survival mode, victim mentality. So that following the page makes me feel like the page is in victim mentality. Hold up. It's a lot of misplaced. So we've got somebody trying to secure themselves in a decision that I guess they've got to make. There's one person that's kind of sitting and trying to hold down the fort. There's a deceptive energy trying to get away with every darn thing. And there's a Ten of Swords at the end. I haven't touched that, but it sounds cutthroat. Everything just seems cutthroat. Especially when you've got this one just living in survival mode. So everybody's pretty much waiting for the other shoe to drop. Can anybody trust anybody? Can anybody trust themselves? Jesus. All right, we've got Ten of Swords. And we're going to wrap this up because I need to drink some water. Drink water and mind my business. And this is the business. All right. Ten of Swords. You see? This is not a porcupine. This is a figure that has been brutally attacked. And I'm going to think all these other people on the board are the ones doing it. And let's just read the card. Ten of Swords in the reverse. I said reverse. Somebody needs to be reimbursed. Don't shoot the messenger. Ten of Swords. I said reimburse. Yeah, reimburse. If you owe somebody love, it don't be funky when you ask for it. It's only funky when they want it back. You better get it. You better reimburse that person. Ten of Swords. If it's me, I need all mine because I got kids. And I've got a dream. Yeah, I've got a dream. Even if it means just going to the wash machine. I've got a dream. She's got a dream. Even if it means a few green beans. All right, Ten of Swords. It might seem as though all hope is lost, but is it? The setback is an opportunity to move on from something that may be hard to let go of or reconcile. Know that everything, good and bad, is temporary. Tomorrow is a new day, so view it as an opportunity to create what you want in life. Things need to change, and for the moment, that starts with you. That was in reverse. Hope, recovery, and acceptance. So, bringing this to an end. Sometimes we've got to accept. You ready for it? Because it's a hard pill to swallow. Sometimes the people you're around ain't shit. You just gotta let them go. And trust yourself, believe in yourself, because when you're around people that are in survival mode, they can't even be trusted with their own selves, yet alone you. So, with that being said, stay safe out in these streets. And in your home, and in your life, and in your phone, and on your platform. Stay safe, because people be petty and ain't got nothing else better to do, especially because they ain't trying to go nowhere. I'm trying to tell you, these people know how to, once they learned how to play Candy Crush, you can't tell them nothing. They gonna get on a computer and play gangster all day. But you ask them a real question, and guess what? They might Google it or ask Brock. No, we're not saying that it's bad to seek knowledge, but, you know, if you know, you know. All right, North Node mess. I'm tired. So I had fun with you all tonight, and if I get a midnight message out, that would be cool. If I don't, that would be awesome too, because I was gonna go to school in the morning and I'm planning on making breakfast. Some kind of breakfast. An egg or two. Who knows? I haven't gotten a chance to pick up any smoked salmon, and that would have been good. Some bagels and cream cheese. That's next on the list. All right. Good night.